Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. When I first found out that I was having twins, actually my first response was that wow, so happy, buy one free one. And then only I realized, after that only I realized that how difficult can a twin pregnancy be. But the first response is the mom is very, very excited. And that thought that wow, I can fulfill my childhood dream, because actually since I was young, I wanted to have 5 children. But the problem was that I got very, very late. Once I hit about 28 or 29, I no longer had that kind of imagination that I would have 5 children. It was really out of my imagination that, eventually I actually end up with 5 children. So I was very excited before I get married and have children. I used to be a very task-oriented and very goal-oriented person, very driven. Everything I want to do, I will do it, and then my team will have to follow me to charge towards a goal. And that it get people very, very difficult to work with. I'm a very, very difficult boss, demanding, and do not have enough empathy with them. But after I got married and had children, because having children, then you learn how to, one, be patient. Second is to learn to love and empathize, because when you take care of babies, there is a lot of empathy that needed. Oh, what would the baby think? The baby, maybe this is not what the baby wants. But remember, if the baby cry non-stop, it's not because the baby wants to be naughty, it's because certain things. So it really helped me to try to think from other people's point of view. And then because of a lot of training from all my children, therefore I then become a leader that can empathize more, become more people-oriented. And then I found that actually after you become more people-oriented and that you are more humane in a way, that you still get things done. So eventually I think I become a better person after being a mother, because children will train you up. And then I actually is a more people-oriented leader now than I used to be. Yeah. I'm not a tiger mom, but I'm definitely also not a very gentle or very soft mother. I'm somewhere in between. Sometimes I can be very strict to my children, and then sometimes I play with them, I love them, I hug them, I kiss them, I'm very gentle. It's depending on when. There are times that I have fun with them. There are times that I will tell them, okay, this is the boundary that you cannot cross. So I have 10 rules for the Libro in our house. So we stick on the wall. So I teach them that, in our house you can do everything. Our home you are free to do everything, but the 10 things you cannot do. So that my children will learn from young that freedom also comes with the boundary. That they will learn to be self-control. They will learn to be abide by the law, and that they will also learn that there is consequences to making offense or to not complying to certain things that they need to comply. When they violate one of the rules, I'm definitely a tiger mom. But when they don't, even when they are very noisy or playing fun, I think that those are boys. So I want them to grow up running around, playing around, shouting around at home, not outside, at home. They are free to do anything in their creativity. And so those things that are not with the 10 rules, I think I'm a fun mom, and not gentle, definitely not gentle, but fun thing with. Yeah, I underestimated how difficult a mom can be. Now that I'm a mother, actually I don't think my life is difficult, because one is that financially we are more well-to-do, we have so much more resources, we have so much more support to help us to be a mother. Whereas my mother, during her time raising 6 children, she was a working mother, and then came back, had to cook and all this. I imagined my mother, and I thought that wow, it is so difficult. So I think after being a mother, one of the things that I think back about my mother is, wow, I did not know how difficult it was. Yeah, so now I'm really thankful to my mother of raising all of us, of not complaining, even though she was so difficult. I think perhaps the reason why that I have underestimated her challenges, also because she did not complain. She did not say, you see how difficult, you see how I sacrifice for you. No, she never said that. So that is why I underestimated how difficult she was. And now that I know, I feel very, very appreciative of my mom. Yeah. My children is not at the age to know what is the job scope of a member of parliament of MP. They only know I work on weekends, I work at night. They only know, Mama, you go program, Mama, you go meeting. That they know. Only my first boy can say my job title, member of parliament, in full. The others all do not know. But it's fun. I bring them to programs. I bring them to different programs when they are free. I will bring them once in a while. I bring them for exposure, or if they have nothing to do at home, or that I think that one of them is going to watch a lot of TV. When I'm not around, I'll bring them. They get exposed to the programs, but they have never been to parliament, they have never been to those political talks and all that. The fact is, all the working father also need to. It is actually very unfair. I found that during Mother's Day, these are the frequently asked questions to working mother, that how do you balance between work and life? But very rarely you ask male leaders, how do you balance between work and life? Fact is, all of us are supposed to balance between work and life. Why is it that the men get more privilege for their work, yet the women have to answer how do you maintain? Eventually, I think as a mother, I feel that we are really of the stronger half. Because why? Because we really have to take on a lot of roles in taking care of the children. That is irreplaceable by the father. For example, the father will never be able to pump milk at breastfeeding. The father will never be able to get pregnant. How to maintain work-life balance is to make sure that you do all your work efficiently and then spend more time with the children. Just arrange it as such that that you can take care of both. But one thing I insist on doing is to spend time with them, reading to them. I would read story to them at night, bedtime stories. I will also talk to them. So I think communicating, always talking to them, ask them things and all that. So whenever I am at home, so I will do that kind of things. But a lot of working mothers struggle to think that, can I sacrifice my career for my family, or shall I sacrifice my family for my career? And then can the woman have it all? I am more prone to be on the side of what Michelle Obama said. Michelle Obama has once said that you can have it all, but not all at the same time. That means you cannot do perfect for both your family and your career. There are some aspects of your life that need to give in certain season of your life. For example, for now, actually my children are still young. My priority is my children's health, my children growing up knowing that both the parents love them, their security, etc. And then work is the second. So when you arrange the timetable, then it will show your priority. So maybe when they grow up a little bit more, my priority will change, because then your whole life you can have it all, but not all at the same time. I know how difficult it is to be a politician, to be a good politician. I cannot consider myself a good politician, but I consider myself a politician that strive to do good. So it is very difficult to be a politician that strive to do good. I hope none of my children are interested of making a difference in this country or interested in politics, so that they can have a better life. It is really very difficult to be a politician in Malaysia. But if one day that one of them, hopefully not more than one, feel that I'm really passionate, this is really what I want to do, Mama, this is really what I want to do, I really want to make a difference in this country, I really want to do this, I have a dream in my life and I want to pursue it, then as a mother, I will let him be, and then I will bless him and pray for him, and hopefully he can become a good politician. There are many moments, but the one that really moved me a lot was how miraculous it was for my twins, that they come out very healthy and with a good weight. So my pregnancy is an MCDA pregnancy, so they share the same placenta, and that there are many complications that the doctor has told me that might happen during the pregnancy, and hence I was a bit worried. I get dizzy every morning, and then every morning, many mornings I need to come out and I need to do go programs. I always very worried that I will faint, because the moment you faint, your babies may be hurt, you see. So I was always having this in the back of my mind that I cannot faint, I need to see it. So then physically at the end, I could not even sleep. I cannot turn because the tummy was so big. I could not turn left or turn right. Physically I had challenge, and then mentally I had challenge. So by the time I heard the first cry of my baby when they do the C-section and the first twin was out and I heard the first cry, it really moved me to tears. Actually, fact is, my past 3 pregnancy, it was quite easy and it was quite relaxing. I have never had that moment that, oh, thank God that this is a miracle. It really moved me to think how magical life is, how miraculous life is, It's just so amazing. So I hope that they know that that I love them unconditionally. I love them whether they are good or they are bad, whether they are obedient or they are disobedient, whether they fight me back or regardless. That I hope that the first message they know that their mother loves them, and the second thing that I hope that they will be is that they will be a man of honor, of a righteous man, a respectable and honorable man. I share a story about what I went through as a mother. So I think at the end of 2023, it was the most difficult time of my life. I felt that I really felt as a mom, as a wife, as MP. I felt like I was a failure. Then it was a moment when when I go out, then my children will say, "Ma, why you always go to work? Spend more time with me." And then when I wanted to go massage, because I love massage. Um, so when I don't go massage, my children will come and say, "Don't go, come play with us." Then I will cancel my appointment. I will cancel time with my sisters, yum cha with my sisters and all that, which I love to do. I will cancel all of them. And then I wanted to try my best. But the fact that the more I tried to be good, the more I felt that I have no strength to love them. That my love bank was really running very dry. So that was end of 2023. Then 2024, I was reminded of a Bible verse: love your neighbor as yourself. So then I realized that, how do I love my neighbor? How do I love my children and my family? How do I love the community and the people if I don't really love myself? So then I decided that I would take care of myself first before I thought about serving the people, serving the family, and serving the children. So I would say no. I'm sorry, I have massage appointment. I cannot stay here and play with you. Sorry, I'm going to go with the ayi or all my sister, your aunties, for birthday celebration, for dinner, for yum cha and all this. And then I take care of myself better. I love myself better. I read more books for my own. Then I realized my love bank increased. But after my love bank increased, I realized that when I come back and serve my children, my family, and even to the people, I go out with so much more love and strength. So my message to all the mothers out there is, take this season to think of how to love yourself, and you just remember to love yourself more, because once you love yourself and then you fill up your love bank, you will be able to love others. You will be able to give more than what you could imagine. So that's my message to all the mothers out there. Love yourself.